Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today it is a compilation of Kelazhur games. Game number 1 of the Kelazhur compilation will be between Kelazhur and Namshar on Acolyte, the latter edition. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is the Red Terran player Kelazhur, hailing from Root Gaming and Brazil. And in the top right-hand corner of the map, it is Namshar from Sweden. So a TVZ. Game number 1 here. Again, we'll keep track of how Kelazhur does against these players. Once again, I have not watched all these games. This is from WCS Montreal. A lot of them are from earlier stages I didn't catch. And you probably didn't catch either. So these might be new games to you as far as WCS Montreal goes. Again, special thanks to spawningtool.com for supplying the replays. They always have a very, very nice replays for those of us who want to cast them sort of things. And let's get this thing started. Actually, it's an extractor pool from Namshar. He's not going hatch first. He is not even going pool first into hatch. He has an extractor and a pool here. Now he's going hatch. He must be really worried about 3 Arax Reaper out of Kelazhur, which is something we've seen from him, but he is a very, very solid player. Good at multitasking. Good at doing a lot of stuff around the map at once while macroing back home. That's what the scary thing is about Terran players. The ones that can do that. The ones that are dropping you at your main and your natural while putting a Liberator at your third. I mean, there's just... it's a lot of things to worry about. And the 1-Rax expand with the Reaper coming down from Kelazhur. Going to toss down that expansion in the safe location here on Acolyte. The Zerg player did not use his safe location because he wants to get his creep spread started. And honestly, doesn't really help that much to have a safe location against Terran. They'll drop you. They'll drop you anyway. So let's go ahead and make sure that we have a Reaper name ready to go for this guy who is just about to pop out. And by golly, he is. Come here, Reaper. Let's follow you and let's get a name. Let's attach a name to this dude. Name is going to be Death. Death the Reaper. Hey, the Grim Reaper reported in sick this week, so give him a break. Alright, Grim Reaper is out sick with something. Here comes Death the Reaper, but considering, again, Namshar went pool first before hatch and has an extractor, he's going to have queens out already. He does. He's already has lings out. His hatchery has popped. Yeah, I think Kelazhur sees this and says, oh, garbage. That hatchery just popped, which means his pool's done, which means queens are out. And Death's going to be like, all right, let's do this thing. Hop it up inside the main. Good Overlord positioning, recognizing where this is. The Lings running away onto the creep where they're faster. Ooh, drone almost goes over to the natural base. Goes to saturate that extractor instead. Couple Lings die. Queen pops out of the main base. Once that Queen's out, it's pretty much game over for Reapers. You have a tiny window against Zerg players to go hatch first. Like me, I pretty much go hatch first every game. I've died to 3 Rax Reaper doing that. Don't mind me. Back home, Kelazhur is getting a starport and upgrading one of his bases to an orbital command. And Namshar not doing anything too interesting. The speed is done. Yeah, speed's done for these Lings, which means it's just difficult. Pretty good control, though, on this guy. Oh, not where the Queen is, though. Death. Oh, Death. He lives with 6 hit points. He lives with 6 hit points, has a couple kills, couple Lings died, got some Hellions moving out for Kelazhur here, too. Going very quickly for a Fusion Core way over in the bottom right-hand corner. What is going on? Why is he hiding that Fusion Core? Is it going to be for Defender Mode range for Liberators, or is it going to be for Battle Cruisers? I don't know, man. Really, at WCS Montreal, you would go Battle Cruiser. I don't believe it. I don't think that's what this is. KD8 charge getting thrown down, trying to get rid of that creep tumor, but it takes exactly 10 of them to do that, so not going to work, especially considering they regen health over time, so it's even more than that. Does it regen all the way up before you can throw down another? Basically does. So, yeah. Killing a creep tumor with a KD8 charge, I think, is impossible based on that. Hellions trying to sneak up and around, but no, there's a Baneling Nest kind of blocking it. Creep spread is just continuing apace. That one dies, though. That creep tumor does get taken down. Another one gets tossed down by this queen. Queen count getting kind of nuts. There are 3 of them. There's another one on the way. This is something Zerg players do, is go for lots and lots of queens in the early game against Terran, and it's pretty good. Oh, Overlord speed is done, too, here for Namshar. And there it is. Advanced Ballistics on the way for the Liberators. That range is going to help immensely. But it's a rush, and he really doesn't want Namshar to know about it either. So Namshar can't prepare with, I guess, Spore Crawlers? There must be a really good place in this map to hit mineral lines without getting hit by queens. I can't think of any other reason. Kelazhur has a lot of Hellions. Is he going... He hasn't really committed to anything yet. He has 1 factory, 1 barracks, and 1 starport, and going for a 3rd base. So he's been known to mech. It definitely could be mech. I'm unconvinced. Well, I don't know. That many Hellions, and he's still making Hellions and making armory. Okay, so this is definitely mech from Kelazhur. I love it. I honestly do. I love seeing mech. Kelazhur is one of the best in the world at it. Does lose a Hellion to these 2 queens, though. That should not have happened. Jellyfish here. That is Jonas the Jellyfish, part of the Jonas Brothers, which is all the jellyfish on this map. Is this the only map that has a glowing jellyfish? I think it is. I think it's the only one. So we got Sheila the Shark on Abyssal Reef, and then Jonas the Jellyfish with his friends, the Jonas Brothers, here on Acolyte. Sneaking on up, passing one of the jellyfish, is this Liberator up along the right side. Overlord sees it, gives about 2-second warning, and then sets up shop. Good drone pull, and good job getting the spawning pool up. Namshar on top of his game, yo. Gets a couple, even 1 shot off, rather, on the Liberator. Setting up, Queen getting some free shots off. Get out of there, Queen. And I said get out of there, Queen. Don't. Oh, 1 Queen does get killed. Spore Crawler gets some more hits, though. And I mean, 1 kill is just, I don't think it's enough is the problem. Can you really cover that? Wow, I think he can cover a mineral patch. Maybe 2 with this Liberator, and the Spore Crawler can't hit it. Hellbat attack coming right in the front door with the Liberator. 2 Banelings here for Namshar with a Spire on the way, but this attack is looking pretty scary. Banelings, if they can connect, great split on the Hellbats, though. I don't know, getting decent hits on those Hellbats. A few of them are pretty injured, and a couple of them have died. Ling's trying to get in and assist with this. There we go. Lings and Queens getting a full surround. All those Hellbats are dead without even really crossing into this natural base location. Liberator, though, still causing problems for our Zerg player. Only 1 kill on this Liberator still. Namshar doing what he can. Queen trying to find an angle at which she can get this, and I don't think she can. That's why this spot right here can cover 3 mineral patches. Whoop! Maybe 1. Maybe 1. Can cover a mineral patch without getting killed by Queens. Queens looks like they took out that other Liberator over on this side. Yeah, she's gone. Queens are severely injured, but they're alive. And this... Wait a second. Was there a place... Hang on. Was there a place a Queen could get that? Let's find out. So, yes, that Queen comes in. Yada, yada, yada. This Queen... this Liberator, rather, tries to come over and get some more drone kills. 4 Queens sacrificing themselves, though, to make sure this 1 Queen dies. And does take out the Liberator. And then Queen trying to sneak around this side. And... Oh, does have range. Right next to the Spore Crawler. Oh... But it's getting shot the whole time, so there's not a safe place to go. But if you want to sacrifice some HP, you can chase that Liberator away. 3rd base done for Kelazhur. He's got Cyclones in the mix now. He's continuing to work on those Hellbats. Got another armory for those upgrades, and this right side is very interesting. It's the Fusion Core and 4 Supply Depots. I don't know why he put Supply Depots over here. I don't know what purpose that would serve. Mutalisks being hatched out of eggs by Namshar right now, getting Baneling speed plus 5 health to the Banelings. And a 4th base on the way from Namshar here to Viking, clearing out Overlords. But they have speed. It's harder to kill them when they're fast. As it turns out, yeah, can survive, and the Queen can come save it. Get out of there, Viking pilot. No, good, a little too far, buddy. Into the red health. You don't want to be in the red health. Red is for bad things. That means you will die. That's what it means. Another Liberator moving out, and a Cyclone push here from the Kelazhur. 68 to 68 Harvesters, exactly even. 6 drones have been killed, but I don't know if that's enough against somebody like Namshar, who, again, really good Zerg player. Mutalisks popping out. Muta versus Cyclone, pretty good. Muta versus Hellion and Hellbat, extra good. Lings and Queen against these Hellions, not a bad story if you happen to be Namshar. Lings and Queens versus Cyclones, also not that bad. Queens don't take extra damage from the Cyclones, but again, Hellbats are just scary. Look at these guys go, walking on in like they own the place. Hydralisk Den for Namshar. I don't know if he'll get that done by the time this attack comes. Definitely not. Definitely not. Can the Banelings? No. Banelings have speed. Once again, getting some nice hits. Woo! On those Hellbats. Cyclones, they look scary, but really, they're not killing the Queens that quickly. Queens, Lings, trying to join the party. Where are these Lings going? Oh, they're rallied up there. They're walking past, taking damage. There we go. Enough Lings are showing up here. I think this could be enough for Namshar to save the day. More. Oh, the Mutalisk popping on out. Where did those Mutas go? Well, the Mutas were down trying to harass stuff, but they are needed back home more than ever. Drones retreating from this natural. This is a pretty ugly position to be in for both players. There's a lot of injured stuff here. Queen pops out, immediately dies. Mutalisk having a good time, but doesn't have a lot of DPS. Then the friends show up, and that's going to be enough there. Catching some of those drones. The drones fighting, which is not what you want there, but it works out in the end. And only 9 drones get killed there. Liberator here murdering stuff too. Mutalisks flying on over. So get out of my house. Get out of my house. There we go. So 60 to 73 Harvesters. Kelazhur is up. He actually sending his units back home. Look at this Thor count. Wow, that's actually a lot of Thor. That is 5 Thors for Kelazhur. 137 to 101 total supply. 4th base is done for Namshar. He has a bit of time here to drone up. Oh, and he's getting an army of Swarm Hosts. Swarm Host against Hellions with +1. We don't have Infernal Pre-Igniter. They do have Infernal Pre-Igniter. Were they doing Blue Flame up there before? That just finished? I feel like that just finished because I don't think that was Blue Flame during this attack. I've been known to be blind sometimes. Mutalisks harassing here at the natural base. Overlord trying to scout on in, see what's going in. Mutalisks taking a shot from a Thor and retreating. Hellions trying once again. This is how you do if you're mech, is Hellions need to kill a lot of drones. Blue flaming down those Swarm Hosts. Picking up some Locusts and landing and getting roasted, toasted up. Extra damage versus light, and Locusts are definitely light. Kelazhur doing excellent control. Banelings, are they going to get a hit? Wow, some pretty decent hits there. Hydralisk out. Nope. Hydralisk versus the Hellions. Not fantastic. And the Thors are joining the party. Hellions were the first course. We're in the second course now. Desert may be following. Locusts coming from the left and from the right. Landing and getting some damage done on these Thors. Again, they're free units. But the cooldown is a long time on these guys, too. Look at this. It's like 30-second cooldown, which in a game like this is insanity. Mutalisks do kill a few SCVs at a potential 4th base. Thor's chasing them off. Oh, Mutas, no! Mutas are dead. Muta's dead. Hydras from the left side. This is such a scrappy game, you guys. Swarm Hosts from the right side. A Locust trying to get tossed on down. There just aren't enough. I don't think there are enough Swarm Hosts. This is a good idea from Namshar, but Namshar taps out. Namshar is defeated, and Kelazhur is victorious here in game number 1. We'll give him a 1 next to his name. Oh, that's Namshar who got a 1 next to his name. That was bad. There we go. Kelazhur. 1 next to his name. And let's move on in to game number 2. Again, real scrappy. Real scrappy there. But good just cost efficiency by Kelazhur. Ended up killing 20 drones, which is excellent. And then the Thors were out, which meant the Mutalisks were basically ineffective. There were too many Thors. And then Swarm Host, he was going for it. I don't think he had enough. Ended up with 5. 3 died. Yeah, you need more than 8 Swarm Hosts to take down this many Thors with, again, Blue Flame, Hellion, and Hellbat support. That's just the story. Okay, so game 1, excellent job by Kelazhur. Let's come back for game number 2 in just a second. Welcome back to Kelazhur Compilation. This is game number 2. It will be against Showtime. On Interloper, the Ladder Edition. In the top left-hand corner of Interloper, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Showtime from Arma Team and Germany. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the red Terran player. It is Kelazhur, still from Root Gaming and still from Brazil. Impressive display there from Kelazhur in game number 1. Just never let Namshar rest for more than a couple minutes there. Namshar just fighting and scratching and clawing. That Liberator move with the advanced ballistic rush was fantastic. Hiding the fusion core paid off. I don't think Namshar was expecting that as soon as it came, and it really ruined him. He had to spend a lot of APM running queens around, trying to replant spore crawlers, and just kind of messed up his game. So keep that up, man. Keep the harassment up. Showtime is probe scouting, as I think I've seen him do in every one of the games of his I have ever cast. Showtime, a big Protoss favorite, definitely for sure. One of the favorites for those who watch my channel. Probe's trying to sneak on up. And take a look. Actually going to fight this SCV, not just going to take a look. Being aggressive. Aggressive observer here. We're going to go around and around we go. Where we'll stop, nobody knows. Probe still scouting. Is there double gas? Nope, just the 1 gas and the 1 barracks, and going out to expand possibly. Kelazhur knows he's going to be blocked. Maybe that was interesting. He's getting a Marine. This SCV doesn't have enough to make a command center, but he's maybe trying to make Showtime think that he is. I like the SCV scout from Kelazhur, unless that's more. Unless it's more here. And Kelazhur going to throw down the command center. Does get it. Oh, Showtime thought about blocking it. Couldn't do it. Marine is out. Good stutter step forward by Kelazhur. Oh, 1 hit point. 1 hit point on Showtime's pro, and he survives. He does manage to survive there. SCV scouting on in. There is no Marine to stop him from doing so. Cybercore is not even done yet. Double gas. There's nothing different from Showtime. I mean, this is a 1-kit expand where you get the Cybercore and double gas, and then you choose something interesting. Pylon at the front just for photon overcharging purposes. Porpoises? is like a Russian thing. Porpoises. Boris and Natasha from the Rocky and the Bullwinkle show. SCV, trying to see what's going on. Really wants to see what this higher tech from Showtime is going to be, but I think Showtime's going to hide that. Oh, never mind. There's going to be a Stargate. And yeah, Kelazhur decides to leave prematurely. I mean, I say prematurely, but I'm not entirely sure it was 100% premature. All right, let's take a look at our Reaper name list. Nope, Oracle name list. This is Mary, the Oracle. And by that, I mean, if it's going to be an Oracle, which it could just be Phoenix, I guess. Showtime does like his Phoenix. Quite a bit, actually. Adept's trying to come in and do stuff, but there's already 3 Marines. Soon there's going to be 5 Marines because we're double pumping them and they're reactored. Factory coming over to what exactly? I don't know. Yeah, this Adept does not want any part of these 3 Marines. It takes 3 shots to kill him, and she's pretty vulnerable. Ah, okay. Double pumping Cyclones. Factory comes over and takes the reactor. Double pumping Cyclone, and that is a chrono boosted Oracle. Out of Showtime. This Oracle's name is Mary. Mary had a little lamb. She traded it for an Oracle vessel. I'd say she got the better end of the deal. Nice. Was the Adept in here? Adept might have tried to shade into that natural and then changed her mind at the last second. I mean, there's Marines wandering around here. 1 Marine might actually die, and it does, but just taking hull damage as Protoss is never good because it never comes back. Can't this 44 health? That's going to be 44 or lower for the rest of the game. Oh, picks off an Adept. Good control again by Kelazhur, and another Adept dies. That's a pretty fair trade. 2 Adepts for 2 Marines. Heck yes. Resources lost. 250 to 100. Only 100. Cyclones here too. Kelazhur looking very, very aggressive in the early stages of this game, which I love. I love an aggressive Terran in all stages. Oracle trying to sneak on down here. Mary. Oh, this is an unprotected mineral line, though. Oh, no, Kelazhur. Oh, no. Mothership core just about to pop. And here it is. Mary picking off a couple SCVs, getting 3 SCVs. Might get more. Is there anything at all? There's a Widow Mine in this main mineral line, but it's not in a great place. Yeah, pick off these SCVs. The main mineral line is scary. Oh, there's the Widow Mine. No, Mary! Oh, Mary. Mary goes down to the Widow Mine placement on the ramp. Ah. All right. So 7 SCVs killed by Mary. Not bad. There was a Viking coming out, too. Would have probably saved the day. And Kelazhur decides it's time to retreat. Photon overcharge with some Stalkers and a Zealot here is definitely going to be enough to convince him it's time to go. Viking running around, rather flying around, trying to see what's going on elsewhere in the world today. Double barracks. Kelazhur definitely going the bio against his Protoss opponent today, which is mostly what we've seen. Ah, double Oracle. Across the sky. What does it mean? 3rd Nexus warping in for Showtime here at the traditional 3rd place location. I guess 3rd base location could also be south of the natural if you wanted it. Suppose. Marine trying to scout that, but nope. Stalkers say get out. Get out. And there is a drop of 4 Widow Mines from Kelazhur. 4 Widow Mine drop. All right, man. Let's see where this goes and how much damage it can do. Cyclones, Marines defending against incoming attacks from Showtime. Single Oracle there. Other Oracle defending the 3rd base, I guess. Now it's starting to move out a little bit. Sentries here for Showtime, too. And I don't know. Showtime, I don't think you can... What else is he going to do is the question of the day. Trying to sneak on in. Oh, he's getting it. He's getting it. The reaction time from Showtime's too slow. Oh, big time hits. 14 probes killed. Did he do another one up here? Picked up and saved, kind of. Oh, does manage to burrow the other one. The medevac. Oh, saved it. Showtime lifts 1 of them, but how many more? 1, 2. Okay, so all 3 of them. 3 of them survive. 4 kills, 8 kills, 2 kills. Revelation does save the day for Showtime, though. Dang, that was 14 probe kills. It's 45 to 43 now. And it does slow Showtime down a little bit. He wanted more workers for sure. This Widow Mine. Did it get a shot off on the Mothership core? It must have. There's Revelation, and general area is good enough. Now we can see it, because it has this little spinny thing above its head, and now it's dead. Okay, so a bit of an intense time there for Showtime is over. Additional tag. Is he just going... I mean, is it Phoenix Adept here? From Showtime, it sort of is, but it's got Stalkers and Sentries. He threw down a Stasis Ward, rather, here at this little narrow opening into the 3rd base. For Showtime, just in case an attack decides to show on up. Here, Oracle trying to sneak on in, but bunker with Marines in it. Pretty scary stuff for Oracles. Unless you have a bunch of them. Liberators join the party. Does have 1 kill, but then Phoenix are here to Yeah, it's going to be Phoenix Adept with a little bit of a change here from Showtime. We'll see how that works out. We'll see. Won't we? We will. We will see, Boris. And Natasha. Kelazhur working on all of the upgrades he wants for his bio-combat shield, concussive shells, +1 attack. Double Oracle, still getting way too close to that bunker, though. Unnecessary shots, if I do say so myself. Kelazhur with Marauders, Marines, and Cyclones. With a Medevac. I like the Cyclone play. Cyclone's great against Stalkers, mostly. And Kelazhur forcing the issue here. Stimming up, taking out a Phoenix out of the sky. Excellent. Getting rid of these rocks. Another attack path into this natural base location of Showtime. And he's going to get through. I really don't see Showtime stopping this from happening, but he's going to force field it like crazy because he's got 4 sentries. And behind this attack, a third base landing for Kelazhur is being revealed. Showtime sees this happening, and then Kelazhur decides to head on home. Is what he's all about. Oracles still just flying around, trying to make themselves known, trying to keep those revelations tossed down. Maybe pick off a few SCVs in the meantime. There's 1 and 2. Another revelation on this army, just so Showtime knows where it is at all times. Revelation's a good spell. It really is. You keep this up. Knowing where the Terran army is super useful. Picking off a Medevac, are these Phoenix? Excellent job. Didn't really take any damage in the process. Didn't have to sacrifice anything. Pylons in the north for Showtime just to see when attacks are coming from Kelazhur, if they're coming along that north path or not. The south seems surprisingly empty of intel for Showtime here. As he is getting Blink and he's getting +1 armor. He's kind of all in it. He's getting a 4th base though. This is weird. I don't know that you're going to be able to do this thing, Showtime, with just Phoenix and Adepts. Ah, here we go. Robotics Facility and Robotics Bay. That is what you want against Terran Disruptors. Colossus could be just fine. I like these choices. Seem a lot better. Just this handful of Marines, though, with +1 attack and stim and combat shield. Pretty scary against this little Sky Toss army that Showtime's got. He's got Phoenix. He's got Oracles flying around. Got that 4th base warping in. Man, his macro is just kind of scary. Kind of intense. Fusion Core for Kelazhur inside the main base. Probably for advanced ballistics. His Liberator count is currently 0, though. So maybe not. Maybe he is going for Battle Cruiser. Ah, here we go. Kelazhur sneaking up, and no, Showtime does have some Adepts down south, but no, bypassed it entirely, did Kelazhur. Trying to sneak up this side. Marines, free Phoenix. Do get a free Phoenix, and going to try to drop inside the main base here. There's not much here for Showtime to stop this from happening. He retreats all of his probes. Run, probes, run. Photon overcharge is up. Pylons. Stalkers are here. Adepts are here, too. It's trying to retreat. Good response, actually, from Showtime. But meanwhile, Adepts are ravaging his 3rd base too. Both players losing several workers. Another attack from Kelazhur up here at this 4th base of Showtime. Oh, Adepts trying to warp in to save it. The pylon goes down and they get canceled. They lose it. Marine Marauder against these Adepts with Resonating Glaives and +1 attack and +1 armor. Pretty hard to hold. As it turns out, that 4th base is done though. Dunzo. Showtime is actually supply blocked, which is not ideal for him. These Adepts are still attacking this 3rd base location, but finally getting cleaned out by a handful of Marines and Marauders. It's very slow going, though. Those Adepts with that +1 armor, pretty armor heavy, as it turns out. So we're back to 3 base versus 3 base. 64 to 58 Harvesters. Showtime is up. 25 to 4 SCVs lost. 25 to 18 SCVs lost. Okay. 5,100 supply, or rather resources lost by Showtime compared to 4,000 for Kelazhur. Oh, and did you hear StarCraft Remastered actually got a production tab? Like APM monitor and supply tracker and stuff. If you want it, you can turn it off, obviously, but I want it. I want it. So my very next StarCraft cast should definitely have some more information for you if you want to see more information during a StarCraft Remastered cast. 4th base warping in for Showtime here, down and to the right of his 3rd. These Medevacs trying to sneak on in. Ah, the Phoenix find him though. Get out. Unload somewhere else. Disruptor throwing down Purification Novas. Did he hit himself there a little bit? I think he might have. Disruptor's getting shot. That's not good. Losing both Disruptors. Real bad. Force fields are up. So much of it's happening right now. Just stutter stepping forward as Kelazhur. He's throwing down Widow Mines. Those are hitting too many Stalkers and too many sentries on the ground, though. This army is going to be held off. But 11-12 probes killed during that attack. 61 to 56 Harvesters. Kelazhur does have a tiny lead. And finally, the final Marauder gets killed Small attack group from Kelazhur down here to the south. This game is good. Both these games have been really, really good. Kelazhur plays well. Plays exciting games, that's for sure. Adept Warpin in the main base of Kelazhur. And trying to catch these SCVs. The SCVs are running for their lives. Marines and Marauders dealing with this. How are their probes dying? Oh, these Widow Mines are still firing? Oh my gosh, these Widow Mines are still firing. Holy cow. Stalker's trying to walk right in the front door of Kelazhur. Marines, Marauders with Cyclone support. Pretty good. Stalkers against this composition, not too wonderful. As it turns out, what the? Oh, missile turret took down the Warp Prism too. Oh, down here in the south, Kelazhur's going for a 4th base. Another drop here inside the natural base. Pylon's getting focused down, and oh no, Warpin to save this time. Again, second time Kelazhur has been doing that. Lot of probes dying. I don't know. Showtime can just go for this, and that's it. Showtime with a good game. Showtime is defeated, and Kelazhur, wow, is victorious. Fantastic showing from our Terran player today. That was just gorgeous from him. Widow Mines at the 3rd base. 2nd base for Showtime is in shambles. He holds the attack at his 3rd with just a ragtag army of Marines, Marauders, Liberators, and a whole ton of Widow Mines. Widow Mines are his secret ingredient, if you had to ask. So, woof. Good one. 12,000 resources lost by Showtime compared to a mere 7,500 for Kelazhur. This guy, everyone. Highly enjoyable. All right, so that's it for game number 2. Let's go back with game number 3 for the Kelazhur compilation in just a second. Welcome back to Cheese Compilation game number 3 for Kelazhur. And in this game, he'll be fighting against Ziggy here on Odyssey, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the yellow Terran player. It is Ziggy. Man, I like yellow. I like it so much. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Terran player. His name is Kelazhur from Root Gaming. Ziggy is Polish. He's currently teamless. Very solid Terran player, though. Should be interesting to see how TVT works in the Kelazhur world. He's already beaten Showtime and Namshar. That is pretty solid stuff, yo. Pretty solid experience from Kelazhur all the way around. Very impressed with him thus far. Showtime is no joke. TVP is a very difficult matchup for everybody involved, I think. And who's being sneaky? Ziggy. Ziggy's being sneaky. Proxy barracks from Ziggy. All right, Kelazhur is not going command center first, which would probably kill him in the situation. But again, at Montreal WCS, you don't want to go command center first in a TVT and just lose, because that stuff gets put on Reddit, man. That's real bad. Is he 3 racks in this thing? He's got the gas. It's going to be a 2 racks Reaper at the very least. Where is this SCV going? He's checking to see if he's getting proxied too. Which, alright, I mean, if you're guilty of a crime, you sometimes feel like everybody's guilty of a crime. You get paranoid about that. So it's going to be 2 racks Proxy Reaper from Ziggy. And let's see how it works out. Let's see how it works out for our yellow Terran player. Kelazhur, once again, he's in a pretty good spot. Is he getting a Reaper of his own? He is getting a Reaper of his own. He's going to move it out, and that is definitely Reapers from Ziggy. So let's name our Reaper for Kelazhur. And where is it? Where is it? Here it is. It's Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell the Reaper. The future of Neverland is jeopardized when aliens invade. While the Lost Boys build up their army under the command of Peter Pan, Tinkerbell contributes by flying out first and shooting fairy dust, throwing explosive sparks, and healing herself with magic. Dang. Tinkerbell in a Reaper suit. That's exciting stuff. Definitely exciting stuff. All right, Reaper number 1 for Ziggy is done. Another Reaper on the way. This group of Reapers is going to be pretty scary stuff. How does Kelazhur hold this? Man, look at him checking for proxies. He knows. Oh, shoot. Is he going to see in time is the question. He sees 2 Reapers and says, I know what's going on here. Run, run, Tinkerbell. She's still alive. She is still alive, but this is looking real, real bad. Real bad. Yeah, lift your supply depot. That's totally fine. Killing the SCV who is building the starport. Oh, nice. Nice pick off. A Hallion's out for Kelazhur, though. That's pretty good stuff. KD8 charge does blow it away. One of the Reapers, Tinkerbell, is dead. One of the Reapers for Ziggy dies, too, though. Hellion, a great answer in this situation. Hellion's doing that extra damage versus light. They're very fast. They could chase Reapers down. I think they're faster than Reapers. 595 move speed versus 525 move speed. So, yeah. Yeah, Terran players, if you're struggling with this, with Reapers from your opponent, Hellions are the way to go. Liberator, oh, on the way for Kelazhur, though. I'm liking this. I'm liking this from our Terran player, Kelazhur, from the Brazilian. More and more Reapers on the way. Ziggy is committing to this, you guys. Committing fully. Has double gas back home. Has a starport and a factory of his own, making a Hellion, so he's not super invested in this. And I'm not sure he's really done enough damage. He's killed what? An SCV and an Reaper from Kelazhur's army. Probably not enough. Probably not enough at all. Reapers! KDA charges getting thrown down, just kind of trying to zone out these Hellions, chasing Ziggy away. Another KDA charge down, does blow some Hellions back. Yeah, at the very least it forces the Hellions to change direction here. Is he trying to engage? Sort of. He was healed up, felt like he could afford to do that a little bit here. What is happening? Ziggy's flying a barracks into the main base of Kelazhur. What is going on? This is insanity. Liberator not playing base defense as I thought she would. She's going in for the kill, man. She's going in immediately into Ziggy's main base to see what damage can be done. What is this barracks? Why is it hanging out? Just getting a scout off. No big deal. No big deal. Liberator's here, but Cyclone using lock-on abilities. Not enough, actually, to kill the... Not enough. 160 damage. Not enough to kill the Liberator. That's interesting. That's interesting. And it's out. See? Liberator has 20 hit points, but dead near still alive. The mining for Ziggy is 0, but then second lock-on does take it out. Again, Cyclone pretty good against most things that are going to come this way. Cloak Banshee. Tech of choice from Kelazhur. Going to try to sneak down, but guess who's already out? A Raven for Ziggy. That is a pretty hard counter to Cloak Banshee. As it turns out, Kelazhur did not expect that. I'm pretty darn sure. This barracks is going to go all the way home from Ziggy from this proxy location. SCV from Kelazhur. Tossing down a third base just south of his natural base, which is also under construction. He's feeling safe enough to double expand in this situation. Banshee's already here from Kelazhur, trying to see is there a natural I can kill. There is not. Ziggy's building his inside the main because it is a lot safer there, as it turns out. And here we go. Double lock-on ability with the Raven. And Banshee forced to retreat. Again, a couple Cyclones of Kelazhur's own here at the front. Is this Marine? Kelazhur double pumping Marines. Oh my goodness. To deal with this barracks of Ziggy's, which actually made a Marine himself. That's hilarious. That is really good stuff. Reaper for Ziggy shows up, trying to get some SCV kills here inside the main base of Kelazhur. This is a target-rich environment, is what they call it in the military. A lot of SCVs here. Trying to focus down wounded ones. Does get, what, a kill? 2 kills from this Reaper, which is totally fine. Banshee, you think, you know there's a Raven here, right? Yeah. Banshee knows, but man, this double expand by Kelazhur is so aggressive. It's so early, too. Ziggy's he's trying to expand. He's going to be able to do it. Cloak Banshee, once again, maybe not the answer. Viking with angles, and there's the lock-on, and Cloak Banshee dead. One of them. The other one's still alive here at the natural base. Going to get some shots off, possibly, on this orbital command. Is this barracks still here for Ziggy? I really enjoy this barracks. I feel like I should name it, but it's pretty close to dying. These Marines have been chasing it for a while. Banshee getting chased by Viking Raven companionship here. Good job, actually. 385 move speed, 385 move speed. Same move speed, but look at these angles by Ziggy. He knows Kelazhur can't quite get home. He's going to get stuck in this corner is what's going to happen. Can't change direction either. Yeah, Banshee knows. Kelazhur just gives up. Barracks finally dies. Bobby the Barracks falling to his death. It's 44 to 29 Harvesters. Kelazhur is up big time. Ziggy's expanding again. Trying to make this thing happen. Army value is 2,000 for Kelazhur compared to 1,600 for Ziggy. So he's close, but no cigar. Cyclone's going to try to take something out. What was that? There's some blood down here. What had blood? I don't know. I don't actually know. Cyclone versus Cyclone. Ziggy has 3. Kelazhur has 2. Get out of there. Get out of there, Kelazhur Cyclone. Ziggy knows how to pursue, man. He knows, but tanks have arrived from Kelazhur, making one back home as well, getting stim for his bio. Kelazhur deciding it is time to end this. End these shenanigans. And that third base by Ziggy is just about done. Kelazhur working on additional barracks back on home and actually heading home. I feel like his tank marine composition was pretty good. What the? Are they accidentally killing their own stuff? Come on, Ziggy. Don't accidentally kill your own stuff, yo. That's not very good at all. Another Barrack Scout from Ziggy. Is he just meching this? He is. He's just meching it, yo. He's not getting any bio at all. Kelazhur is doing Marine Marauder production. It's going to be mech versus bio in this TVT. In general, if you are mech, you're going to be more cost efficient. So Kelazhur needs to out-expand Ziggy, which so far he's doing. He's got his third base up and running well before Ziggy lands his third base anywhere that can actually harvest resources. And he just needs to be more mobile. Just needs to have the ability to run around and kill bases that Ziggy can't protect. If he can pull that off, I think he's going to be okay. I mean, Kelazhur's not straight bio. He's got tanks, which is going to slow him down a little bit. The move speed of tanks is not fast. I guess you could pick them up in the medevacs, but they take a lot of slots. And that third base by Ziggy is going to sneak on over here. Start landing over by where the barracks is chilling. Over these very small beach chairs. Are they small or are they big? I can't remember. Based on, yeah, they're small. Based on a Marine size up here. Pretty darn small. Marine scouting that third base location. Kelazhur knows it's here, and he's going to come and try to kill it. He's got tanks. He's got Marines. He's got Marauders. He's got the Cyclones. Marine holding the Zelnaga Watchtower for Kelazhur. He's got good map control. Both the Zelnaga Watchtowers are his. And Marines, Marauders, tanks. How are the upgrades on these guys? Nothing for anybody, actually. I mean, as far as attack and armor upgrades are concerned. Nothing. Nothing at all, but a fourth base on the way for Kelazhur. Gold down this right side, and Kelazhur trying to be sneaky. Coming from the high ground and possibly take out that natural base while Ziggy's not paying attention to it. Scans revealing everything, though. Yeah, 149 and 102 supply, plus this tank count is kind of insane. 5-3. Kelazhur can set up and actually hit the SCVs on these mineral lines for Ziggy on these mineral patches here at the natural base. This is a very, very strong siege that I don't know Ziggy has an answer for. I'm trying to think. He can set up his tanks in decent places himself. Oh, small bio drop at the third base of Ziggy, killing 6 SCVs. Possibly taking down a supply depot here, too, at least causing it to burn. And they do get it. Cyclones finish him off. But these tanks from Kelazhur are still here outside of this natural base for Ziggy. I mean, I guess, sure, Liberator, not a bad choice, actually. Gonna get some shots off. Trying to focus down the Marines, I think, first of all. But it does force Kelazhur back a little bit. This Liberator single-handedly breaking that contain. Oh, and a Cyclone finishing off a retreating tank there, too. Kelazhur trying to set up on this beach area. Weapons level 1 for Ziggy just about done, but a lot of dead SCVs. It's 54-71 harvesters. Kelazhur is way up. Got this fourth base. It is harvesting the gold. It's going to be a planetary fortress, which is going to be hard to kill for Ziggy. But the mech, I think Kelazhur's played against mech a few times in his life. Once or twice. If I had to guess. Medevacs trying to sneak up top to the right, to the top right side of the map while Kelazhur pushes in the middle. With Marines and Marauders, +1/+1 is done for those dudes. A Raven of his own, and tanks with +1 attack, sort of soon, but actually not. Actually not soon at all. Another base from Kelazhur. Remember how I said Kelazhur needed to out-expand Ziggy? By golly, he's doing it. Drop, trying to... Oh, a couple unprotected tanks! Never do unprotected tanks! Dropping right on top of him here at the natural base. Loses them all. The response is there, but free tanks, man. Anytime you can do that. Tank count is 5-7. Ziggy has a lead, but... he had a bigger lead previously. Medevac's getting killed by these Vikings. A huge attack here into this. Oh, too big. Ziggy taps out. Third base under assault by tanks and Marines. And Ziggy feels like he can't handle it. And you know what? He might have been right. He might have been right. That was a lot of bio. A lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders. Tanks in there too. So good job. Good job by Kelazhur. He's 3-0, you guys. 3-0. Let's fix that. There we go. Resources lost, not as cost efficient as he's been in the past versus opponents, but it's still 4,700 for Ziggy. Yeah, compared to actually 52 for Kelazhur. He lost more, but he had more to lose. Let's be honest with ourselves. 167 and 114 supply. Yeah, he was going to win that thing. All right, good job. More coming from Kelazhur in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to the Kelazhur compilation, game number 4. This one will be another game against Namshar here on Interloper, the ladder edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Namshar. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Terran player. It is Kelazhur. Okay, so Kelazhur versus Namshar here. TVZE coming back at you in this compilation. we might have 1 or 2 more games to go after this. So those of you who are Kelazhur fans, I really hope you are enjoying this. And if you're just a Terran fan in general, I hope you're enjoying it too. Maybe Zerg and Protoss fans not as pleased with how things have gone thus far, but as I said, anything can happen. Anything can happen in a game of StarCraft. Righto. All right, again, please tune in to me at Gauntlet Open on twitch.tv/GauntletSC2 at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, United States. I will be casting with Just Jordan. Should be an excellent time. His computer is back up and running. He actually has an upgrade. Oh, so we're going to have better upload speeds, better frame rates, better detail on the units and stuff, and all the fancy animations Gauntlet can throw at you. Really amazing times. Neeb came to the last one that I cast. I mean, you get some good names, good up-and-coming players. So again, just stop by and say hello. I will be there today in just a few hours. Hatch coming down for Namshar. He did, again, go extractor pool here. Just, you know, wants to make sure that Kelazhur can't kill him early, which would be a really bad thing. Reaper being trained out of this barracks by Kelazhur, and he's going to expand behind it too. I mean, he doesn't have to, but he's going to. But he's going to. That's all there is to it. Reaper's name is going to be... Wow, that's a tough one. Lucianosaurus. A powerful wizard with the ability to transform into a dinosaur. He's a Reaper now. Don't question it. The concept comes from Drawfee's Bad JRPG series. They're really funny, and I recommend that you check them out. All right, fair enough. Lucianosaurus. The Reaper heading on out. Once again, really hard life. Hard knock life for a Reaper. Little spider thing wandering away. Just because Queen's already out. Yep, there's Queen. Another one on the way. Speed's like 40% complete by this point, and it's just a rough go. But he's here anyway. Kelazhur is committed. Lucianosaurus is committed to this life. Oh, and you know what? Lings are coming on down. They're going to try to get rid of this SCV. Try to kill this SCV building, this second base. It is going to be a race. However, Reapers are really fast, and slow Lings are slow by default. So where are you going? What the? The Lings actually just changed their minds entirely. One, at the very least, is going to be able to scout that there is a base there and die. Yeah, I don't know the Reaper needed to come home for that. Marine came out with pretty good timing. But regardless, the Lings did keep Lucianosaurus away from Namshar's base, and Namshar didn't really have to do too much micro to keep his stuff alive. Lost a couple Lings in the process, but he probably would have anyway. So, fair trade, I would say. Fair trade indeed. Hellions on the way from Kelazhur. He's got himself a starport. So we're going to see more Liberators. I'd be shocked if we didn't. Oh, Lucianosaurus. Speedlings are out, man. Speedlings are here, and Queens. And don't get in range of the Queen just for fun. Ah, trying to scout. He knows he's dead. He's just scouting. Lucianosaurus. Dead. Dead. What did he get? Anything? Just those 2 Lings. That was it. Hellions coming across the map for Kelazhur. Lings and Queens going to be the defense for Namshar today. He's got 4 drones in production. Should put him in the lead a little bit more than he already is. Speed for Overlords is done, which means its Speed Overlord can poke in and scout and escape with its life, which is actually super nice. Super nice indeed. Yeah, Overlord going to poke right on in, see exactly what's going on. Ah, Cloak Banshee opening from Kelazhur, but oh, the Overlord scouts it so nicely. Sees exactly what's going on. Says, all right, that's going to be a starport with a tech lab on it, and the tech lab is researching something. That has to be Banshee with Cloak. This is why you scout, everyone. Cloak Banshees that show up unaware when you don't know they're coming, bad. Banshees that show up with Cloak when you know they've been coming for 5 minutes, good. Ling's trying to do stuff, and so far, I don't know, a couple SCVs have gone down. Third SCV's gone down. It's some little kind of keeping Kelazhur on his toes action here, but not really enough to kill him or harm him too much. Ooh, almost got another SCV there. Did he? Is that 4 down? It's 4 down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 SCVs lost, 35 to 31 Harvesters. Namshar's up. He's got a third base coming in. He's been essentially left alone for the first 4.5 minutes of this game, which is not good. That is actually really bad. Banshee coming on up. Is there a Spore Crawler? There is. Timing for Namshar. Beautiful. Spore Crawlers, Queens, he's ready for it. Hellions, a lot of Hellions, though. That's going to be 6 Hellions, ladies and gentlemen. A little crab beetle. Hello. Welcome to the neighborhood. Hatchery, bug inside. Looks like a friend, right? That's a he's huge, but he's a friend. Suppose. Yeah, Banshee, just rough go of it, man. Has a kill. Queen, no. Come back, Queen. Come back over this way, Queen. Don't leave. All right, it's fine. It's totally fine. Is there an armory on the way? Is he waiting for a Hellbat transformation ability? I don't know what he's doing with these Hellions. They're kind of playing hold still, I guess. Once again, Spore Crawler, Queen combination, pretty good here. Gonna lose a drone anyway. I don't know where Namshar's attention is. It's not back here, that's for sure. Does end up getting 4 kills on the Banshee, and she lives. That's way more effective than it should have been. Hellions rolling into this third base. Queen's trying to get rid of these dudes, but 6 drones killed. Cloak Banshee here at the third. There's an Overseer with Queen support. These Cloak Banshees, man. So far, so good. Namchar is still up 50 to 39 Harvesters, though, which is not ideal for Kelazhur. And again, the Banshees didn't win the game. They did some damage, though. Hellions rolling into the third base once again. Zerglings coming up, trying to make sure this is a little bit harder for Kelazhur than it's been thus far. Double Armory on the way for Kelazhur. He's meching it. He is meching it once again against Namchar. Overseer just following this Banshee. Hey, what up? You're not going to come back and kill me anytime soon. I will be aware. I will be aware. So 3 bases for Namchar pretty early. 56 to 44 Harvesters looking great too. Now the question is, how does he deal with this mech? Because he knows it's mech. He saw this many Hellions. He saw Banshees. This isn't going to be any kind of a bio play. There's no way. He's pooping creep at potential third base locations for Kelazhur. Kelazhur can't expand there very easily. Anyway, Queen's pushing creep here too. Namchar in a really strong position right now, I would say. Much better than we saw in the first game between these two players. Hellbat transformation here, though. Hellbat and Banshee. The Banelings are out for Namchar. He's ready to rock here. Queens trying to focus down what exactly here. Slow Banelings on creep. Doing okay. They don't want to engage unless they have to. Banshees are trying to get rid of the Banelings. Ugh, huge hits. Oh my goodness, the Hellbats are gone. Effectively gone. Now they are totally gone. And the Banshees forced to retreat. Queens on their own. Exceptionally good against Banshees. Trying to land his third base. He can't because there's creep here. Oh my goodness. Namchar playing this just much, much better than we saw in the first game between these two players. He's got a Hydralisk den on the way. He's got an Infestation Pit at 66 to 54 Harvesters. And Kelazhur still has nothing that can shoot up to shoo away this Overlord. This Thor, maybe? No? Viking. Okay, Viking can do it. This is amazing. 4th base now on the way for Namchar. Kelazhur has a tough row to hoe right now. Resources lost here are 1,300 for Namchar compared to 1,400 for Kelazhur. So pretty well even, and as a Zerg player, you'll take it. You'll take even resources lost in the first 8 minutes of a game against a Terran for sure. That means you're doing okay. That's 11 Swarm Host. He's going Swarm Host again. All right, Namchar. This is looking a lot better for you now than it did previously. That is for sure. He's not going any Mutalisks. No Spire is done for the Zerg player whatsoever. Meanwhile, it's going to be Medivacs and tanks. If you have enough tanks, it really makes Swarm Hosts struggle to make things happen. Thors, too, can also be very, very good. And trying to sneak up this right side are Hellions, but the creep spread is just so good that Namchar sees this coming a long way off. 4th base going to pop with really nothing stopping it at all. Stopping it from happening. 3rd base is landed by Kelazhur. He is happily mining from it. Suddenly at 67 to 66 Harvesters. Kelazhur been working hard on that SCV count, you guys. Just dead impressive. Great wall of supply depots protecting this 3rd base from Ling run-bys. But here come the Swarm Hosts from Namchar. And I mean, they are unopposed. Absolutely unopposed. Banshees are here, which is not good, mind you, but the Locusts don't mind. The Locusts are going to try to land here at this natural base and do some work. Banshees and Hellions come back to try to deal with this, but actually, oh, the SCV massacre! 18 SCVs now, 19 SCVs down. Supply depot, refinery lost all from free units. What a hit. The Queens have extended off creep a little bit too far. Unfortunately, creep spread is pushing down this way. A Thor drop here at the natural base by Kelazhur doing some work. 1 kill, 4 kills. Hydras and Ling's trying to deal with this, but this is actually pretty intimidating. Hydras, can they pick the Medivacs out of the sky? Oh, if you stop, they will. That's for sure. Kelazhur stopping a little bit, maybe distracted by something. I don't know what. Cloak Banshee is flying around from Kelazhur, trying to get rid of this 5th base that Namchar's attempting to toss down. Once again, Hellions versus Swarm Host. Not bad. They're not light units. They are armored. But the Hellions eventually, they do some damage. Banshees do get rid of this 5th base attempt. Thor dropping it here at the natural base again. No, I think this is enough Hydras to shut this thing down now. And yeah, Medivac doesn't even try. Doesn't even try to pick up that Thor. More Locusts getting tossed on down. Blue Flame Hellions are done. Banshees still raining down fire from their position at this 4th base location. Queens are in position to defend, but not doing a fantastic job of it. There's actually a lot of Banshees. He's still making them. He's not, but he's got 4. These 4 here. Hydras do get a Viking. Man, their DPS is just insane. DPS is insane on the Hydralisk. Macro hatch here for Namchar inside his main base. He's going for a hive. Here at 10.5 minutes, Kelazhur pushing out with his Hellions and with his tanks. He's trying to make a move. There are Queens and Hydralisks and Swarm Hosts coming from this left side, losing one Swarm Host to tank fire. Banshees going to town in this main base now, pretty much unopposed. As it turns out, it's 165 to 139 total supply. Namchar is up, but it doesn't feel like it right now. Kelazhur is everywhere. Queen's trying to take down this Hellion count. Locust trying to fly in and get rid of these tanks. So they're getting in among the tanks and focusing them down. One tank down. A couple of them more are injured, but that's about it. Hydras do finally get rid of the Banshees. Kelazhur's Banshees were causing so much damage. Hellbat attack up here into the 4th base location. There are only 4 Queens defending. Namchar trying to bring some Hydras over to try to deal with this thing. Queen Hydra, pretty darn good stuff. More Locusts flying in from the left side. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Trying to focus down tanks, and they get another one. Hydra count enough. Yes, I believe it's enough to get rid of these Hellbats. Kelazhur, recognizing it's not a good place to be, decides to retreat, picking up that Thor. Trying not to die in the process. But 4th base is saved by Namchar. 59 to 58 Harvesters, taking a 5th base on the left side. Instead, is Namchar possibly a 4th base for Kelazhur coming up? He's working on double expanding, actually. Wow. That seems ambitious. 194 to 112 total supply. Namchar is up and looking extremely strong. Locust flying into the natural base again. And once again, there's nothing to stop this. Nothing to stop the carnage at all. Except for these Hellions that do distract. Locust dropping on top of a Thor, forcing a liftoff. Getting rid of another tank, possibly? No, saves the tank with the clutch repairs on those SCVs. Hydras come into the 3rd base location. So much DPS on these guys. +2 attack done. The base is gone. Namchar pulls back. Doesn't want to engage here directly, but does get rid of that 3rd base, which is just humongous. Kelazhur stuck on 2 base right now. He's trying to replan his 3rd. I don't know if we can get it. Unfortunately, 68 to 61 Harvesters. Yeah, but Kelazhur way oversaturated on all the bases he's harvesting from right now. Long distance mining. Not where you want to be. Kelazhur struggling a little bit here. This Hydra Swarm Host thing is actually pretty fun from Namchar. Not something I've seen a whole lot of. Railgun. I've seen some Railgun games that have done that sort of thing. Tank count getting a little bit high here. Maybe drop some Locusts in there if Namchar wants to. Is he going to try? He's going to try. Their fly speed is just so slow. And there it goes, getting rid of one tank and another friendly splash damage, hurting themselves there too. Locust here in the natural base again. 13 SCVs killed here before all is said and done. And I think Kelazhur just feels boxed in, man. He doesn't know what to do. A Liberator setting up shop here at the 4th base of Namchar. Liberator checking to see is there a 5th base. There's not. And trying to attack up Hellions. Once again, trying to get rid of these Swarm Hosts as best they can. Liberator, 3 kills. Liberator coming into this 3rd base location where there is a Queen, but she's going to die in a fiery flame. Excellent positioning here by Kelazhur, getting rid of these drones, trying to bring himself back into this thing just with sheer harassment, and then a huge attack from Kelazhur coming up the front. 184 to 126 total supply. Adrenal Glands is almost done for Namchar. And here we go. This 4th base has been the site of many attacks between these two players. Tanks setting up shop. Vipers, oh, the Blinding Cloud could be massive here. There's the Blinding Cloud. The tanks are trying to get out of here. Locust on the bottom side, though, causing massive amounts of pain for Kelazhur. 187 and 93 total supply, leaving tanks behind. Oh, they abduct on the medevacs. Oh, they get picked out. What a play by Namchar, and that's a good game well played out of Kelazhur. Kelazhur is defeated for the first time in his own compilation. Namchar gets revenge after that game we saw between them earlier on in the cast. This is what Namchar was trying to do. Kelazhur shut it down pretty easy early, though. But once Namchar got it done, that was it. That was all she wrote. I mean, 16 drones were killed. Obviously, Liberator causing some problems back here in the main base, too, of Namchar. But the Blinding Clouds were amazing. The Vipers came out just in time, had just enough energy to do what they needed to do. The Locust attacks here at the natural base and the 3rd base were just devastating for Kelazhur. Resources lost here, 9,000 for the Zerg compared to a full 16,000 for Kelazhur. That is going to be it. It's going to be it for this game. So, I think one more coming up. We're going to do one more game, and you'll have to see who it is in just a second. Welcome back, Kelazhur fans and StarCraft fans, to game number 5 of the Kelazhur compilation. Game number 5 will be an Abyssal Reef, and it will feature Showtime and Kelazhur. In the top left corner of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, who goes by Showtime. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Terran player Kelazhur. Both players scouting with workers immediately, or going for some proxy stuff. Both are taking fairly suspicious routes to get where they want to go if they're just scouting. Nobody going across this middle area. There will be no kissing between workers in this particular game. Wouldn't be shocked if Showtime did, in fact, go for a proxy barracks. Showtime can't go for a proxy barracks, but Kelazhur can, and he is. Looks like a proxy Reaper based on the fact that he is getting gas at his geyser, and the fact that Showtime's probe stops here. There we go. Proxy pylon. Neither are too close to the main base. Neither are in a place likely for the other player to scout. All right, here we go. Gateway, maybe a proxy robo? I don't know. This is really interesting. Oh, okay. So second gateway here. He's going to go ahead and go for maybe a zealot kind of a thing here. Let's see if it gets a cyber core up anytime soon. Got this probe, and indeed there's the cyber core. Okay. All right. So I think it's going to be an adept attack, a proxy adept attack. He has the gateway here so that the pylon will warp in units in 2 seconds instead of 16, which helps immensely in these rush type situations. Now, Showtime's going to scout and say there is no barracks. There's no barracks here. Oh, and double gas now for Kelazhur. Holy smokes, is he going to go for like a proxy factory starport type thing? We've seen this before, and there is a Reaper on the way. Maybe it's just a follow-up. Maybe it's just a follow-up from Kelazhur. Not necessarily going to go for a, a factory or a starport right here. Not necessarily. Dang it, where'd my list go? Come back, list. Gotta get a Reaper name. Of course we do. We've used several in this game, or in this cast already. So, Reaper name. There it is. He's being chased by a zealot, which is never good. Zealots are not very fast. Oh, and these probes too, trying to zap away. Does get 1 kill. Don't you die. Don't you die on me. I don't have a name for you yet. Oh, he died. Adept killed him. Rats. Well, we'll name the next one. He was a little short-lived. Barracks for Kelazhur heading on up to try to block this expansion attempt from Showtime. And check this out. Oh, it's a stalker from Showtime. Proxy stalker is getting out here faster than you would expect and able to shut down the expansion. Holy smokes, this is a good game. This is a good 5th game to wrap up the compilation with. Stalker here, and he does see the factory's building something, so he has to assume it's the Cyclone. Cyclone is the answer to Stalkers. Just that extra damage versus armored comes in such handy in situations like this. Is Showtime going to give this up is the question. He doesn't look like it, and he is getting Warp Gate. I was going to say he's bypassing it, but no. Stargate is just about to finish there for Showtime. Cyclone is coming on up here, and versus Stalker, once again, Stalker doesn't want this fight. Wants nothing to do with this fight at all. But he can't lose this pylon here necessarily either. Oh, SCV with the repair. Good heavens to Betsy. Yeah, but that pylon dies immediately. I mean, not immediately, but very, very quickly. Zealot Adept here on this barracks. No expansion from either player at this point. This is insanity. There's an oracle coming from Showtime. Her name is Rajagal. It turns out that after her death in Brood War, the former matriarch of the Dark Templar kept her soul together in the Void. Now she has returned with her soul imbued in an oracle. Complete mastery over the Void and her eyes set for vengeance. Alright, here we go. Rajagal. Just played through the Brood War campaign for the 4th or 5th or 6th or 10th time. Fairly recently. And yeah, she's the matriarch of the Dark Templar, and she does in fact get killed because she gets possessed. She gets possessed by Kerrigan. She gets infested by Kerrigan, but very sneakily, not in a way that you could tell, which I guess is there's a precedent for that with Durand. Anyway, Cyclone should be able to defend very handily against these Stalkers Showtime is pressuring with. Barracks scouting for Kelazhur. Gets a full scout of everything that's going on here from Showtime. And is going to see, all right, so there's an Oracle on the way. Oracle here in this mineral line. What? Rajagal getting serious vengeance. Nothing in that mineral line to stop the deaths of these workers. 8 kills. Lock-on ability. Going to chase her down, but she does get out of range and manage to escape successfully. Another Oracle flying around. Showtime does like his multiple Oracles, and indeed a Phoenix next. Here, what the hell are landing the barracks inside Showtime's base? Zealot comes up to deal with this. No, not allowed. A Liberator here from Kelazhur 2. This game is nuts. This game is crazy going nuts. Nothing here can shoot up. Showtime's forced to retreat all of his workers from this main mineral line. These 2 Stalkers did happen to be close enough to home with a Phoenix to get rid of that Liberator, but that's 5 dead probes. Showtime did thankfully get his expansion down, so he's not completely out of mining time during that time. That barracks dies, and those pieces float up to the surface. like the floaty pieces they are. So Showtime's expansion is down. He's up 31 to 25 harvesters. Kelazhur is now landing his natural, as we can see here, with the orbital command upgrade already complete on that building. Double Oracle running around. Rajagal and Friend hanging out here. Where are 8 kills on Rajagal? That's pretty good. That might be Oracle Hall of Fame right there. Marines holding the mineral line for Kelazhur's main now. And just Marines, Widow Mines, Medivacs, all those things. There is a Liberator, or rather a Widow Mine here that gets revelated and destroyed. Perhaps just revealed would make sense. Revealed and destroyed. All right, really interesting army here from Showtime. Got 2 Phoenix, got a few Adepts, got Zealots, got Stalkers, got Oracles. He's going to try to push up to this natural base. Widow Mine's going to fire, though. Does kill an Adept. That helps. Helps quite a bit. The Adepts and Zealots, if they can focus on the Cyclones, it's Marines, Cyclones lifting both of the Cyclones here. Kelazhur in a lot of trouble. Oracle does go down. SCVs here try to repair, just getting killed for the trouble. Adepts killing what they can on the ground here. Oracle with 17 kills. Whoa, Rajagal, the Oracle with 17 kills, forcing the lift off from the natural base. Kelazhur in a lot of trouble. He can't lose this. Can he lose this? Widowmine on the ramp, trying to save it. Oh, Widowmine fires again on the Phoenix this time. And Widowmines. Wow, Kelazhur getting saved by Widowmines to some extent here. Showtime pushing up the ramp a tiny, tiny bit, but really doesn't like to stay there when there's Widowmines on the field. But forcing a liftoff on Kelazhur's natural while taking a 3rd base of his own is pretty darn good for Showtime. Twilight Council, the pick-up choice for Showtime today. Archons would be fun. Storm would be really, really fun against this bio play that Kelazhur is definitely going for. Stalkers just harassing. Widowmine. Oh, gets no. Rajagal, no. Ah, Rajagal dies because she stood, or hovered rather, too close to a Widowmine. You poor thing. You poor, poor thing. All right, bringing his natural base back is Kelazhur. He's in a lot of trouble, though, guys. Kelazhur fans, not looking good. 49 to 28 harvesters. Showtime is up by 21 workers. Phoenix flying around, killing this Liberator of Kelazhur's. No Liberator, be saved. Nope. 3 Phoenix anti-air is pretty darn good, even against stuff that's not light, as Liberators are not. Viking getting a couple shots off. Missile turret as well, shooing away these Phoenix. Another Phoenix joining the party. Showtime does love his Phoenix. They are good. Good unit. The Phoenix. Gateway for Showtime, getting another Oracle, because I think he lost all of them. Didn't he lost all 2? Lost both. Yeah, he wants an Oracle for Revelation, if nothing else. Man, Rajagal, 18 kills. And cut down in the prime of her next life. Her afterlife? I don't know. I guess she's not dead. She held herself together in the void, as we learned from that description. Alright, so we're going to settle down here just a little bit. Phoenix trying to fly in and do some stuff. Not real much there. Oracle going to toss down a Revelation, etc., etc. One Marine overextends, gets killed. And then everybody gets revealed with little circles of blue. Circles of blue, triangles of blue, snowflakes of blue, 3-sided snowflakes of blue over their head. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Phoenix still flying in, and they do get an SCV. Hey, any SCVs you can kill is fine by me. 19 SCVs have died to 7 probes. And then pulling back once again. Quick plug for the podcast. There's a new episode up. Usually Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Dropping Widow Mines here in the natural base of Showtime. And does get a shot of killing 1 probe. Showtime handling that very, very well. Protoss players do that. If there is in fact a Widow Mine and you can't deal with it and it's in your mineral line, put 1 probe real close to it. And then let that die. It's better that 1 probe should die then your entire mineral line gets exploded. Alright, revelating both the mineral line, or Widow Mines here in these mineral lines, the natural base, and the red is all gone. So yeah, podcast, link in the description. Talk with my co-caster Wade, the Australian, about many, many things. Talk about Elon Musk, missions to Mars. There's also discussion about superpowers and which ones would be good to have. So yeah, free podcast, check it out. Marines from Kelazhur, they've got combat shield, they've got stim, they're working on +1 attack, and not +1 armor, strangely enough, but it's been a pretty insane early game. That is absolutely for certain. Warp Prism, oh, wrong place, wrong time, Showtime, Warp Prism, no! Oh, picks out of the sky. Picks it out of the sky, does Kelazhur's army, this Oracle saw what happened. It said, no, you know what, we're not going to go over there. There's a lot of anti-air damage from these units. What the heck was that? There's something. Another Widow Mine managed to make it over here? No, not possible. Oh, it was a Marine. Okay, never mind. Marine scans, Marine dies, pieces fly up to the surface very, very uniformly and disintegrate before they actually reach the top. Oracle again, Revelation. Revelation's just good. Fourth, that was a fourth. Oh, that is a fourth base. I thought it was a fourth. Showtime throwing down a fourth while this third base is underway from Kelazhur, but no, paused as the SCV is lifted and killed by these Phoenix. So annoying. So annoying what these Phoenix are being to Kelazhur right now. It is 59 to 40 total harvesters. Kelazhur is down 20, 19, which is better than he was before. So he's slowly trying to catch back up. Mules are pretty great for that mineral income. Robotics Bay just now warping in from Showtime. Liberator murdering stuff here at the third base of Showtime. Moving up to the main base of Showtime, but there are pylons with photon overchargeable pylons here. Yeah, there we go. Move along. Move along, says Showtime. No one likes your style. Liberator, get out of here. Does have 4 kills, which is pretty nice. Big old Adept Stalker army heading down this way. Widowmines getting a couple nice shots off. Marines and Marauders trying to fight against this thing. The Widowmines really did thin that army out pretty well. More Marines and Marauders showing up. Showtime are running for his life. Force fields keeping the army from pursuing. Liberator does finally get picked off after getting 9 kills. Wow, really trying to make this thing happen. 19 probes have now been killed. 53 to 43 harvesters. Kelazhur's down by 10. Everyone, can Kelazhur come back from being down 20 workers to Showtime? It seems moderately possible at this point. If you'd asked me that 3 minutes ago, I probably would have said no, but after killing some of the probes of Showtime's and increasing his worker count very, very nicely, consistently making SCVs with every one of his bases as much as he possibly can. 45 harvesters for Kelazhur and making it work. Colossus for Showtime. We haven't seen Colossus from a professional Protoss player in a while, have we? I'm not sure we have on the channel. Regardless, Colossus moving out. Extended Thermal Lance being researched because there's no reason to ever get Colossus without Extended Thermal Lance. And here we go. Showtime going to come up this ramp with Stalkers, with Adepts, but Kelazhur's army is at the top of this ramp. Just going into that funnel for Showtime would be absolute suicide, especially with 4 Widowmines sitting at the top too. No, Showtime, don't do it. Don't go up there. Don't go up there. Oh, the firings! Oh, man. How did 3 SCVs die? What is going on? I don't see it. I don't see what that was, unless they were out somewhere else. This is an insane game. APM for both of these players. This is over 300. 400 or so for Kelazhur. He plays fast. The Brazilian plays extremely fast. All right, so it's still 4 base to 3 base, right? Showtime's looking fairly good along those lines. Got 3 Colossus out too. +1 attack and +1 armor on those dudes. All the ground units are sharing that. Templar Archives, Dark Shrine, all the upgrades for Showtime. He's feeling extremely confident in getting up to that Tech 3, Tier 3. Highly upgraded stuff that he needs to beat Kelazhur. Splash damage included, which is what these Colossus are. Also, Dark Templar good just for Archon usage. Also pretty good if you're doing some base raid type thing later on. Although there are missile turrets in all of these bases, the third base is pretty exposed. Turns out, small group of Marauders catches all of Showtime's army here by accident. Trying to drop 2 is Kelazhur, but no. Showtime pushing into the third base for Kelazhur, and actually Kelazhur going for it. Are we base racing? Oh no, the SCV massacre, the humanity. 15 SCVs killed. Widowmines firing, doing friendly fire too. Third base explodes out of the sky. No saving it. Marines and Marauders trying to come up this ramp into Showtime's base, but getting rebuffed actually. Maybe can get the 4th base. There are a couple cannons here, but that's about it. Big old warping of Adepts. Trying to handle this thing. Resonating Glaives and +2 attack with +2 armor is pretty good against the bio. Meanwhile, the natural base for Kelazhur is dead as well. There's no saving that, but 4th base for Showtime. Showtime's letting it go. He's pulling back. He knows. He just needs to delay, but his entire army's getting evaporated. Oh my goodness gracious. +1/+1 Marines and Marauders with the concussive shell. Pretty good stuff. Dark Templar mixed in here for Showtime. Check this guy out. Already has 5 kills. Can you not scan? There's the scan. No, I don't know if he could scan before that point. No, he could have. He could have, and the third base is out. So Showtime's down to 2 bases. His main base is gone. There's literally no resources. Okay, 56 resources there in Vespian gas. Going up this ramp seems a little difficult for Showtime into the main base of Kelazhur. It's a bit of a stalemate right now. Showtime doesn't want to go up that ramp, and Kelazhur actually pushing in to this natural base. If you could allow the medevac to heal up his units a little bit, it'd be nice. Trying to warp in some... Oh, Adepts, it doesn't matter. None of them make it in before getting killed while they're in the warp in state. All these probes running for their lives right now. Income abysmal for these players. Look at that fall down by Showtime. I don't think he has any mining going on right now at all. Is it 0 and 0? Zeros? Zeros across the board for minerals, and then picking up and boosting out as the army for Showtime is pretty much here. And hiding at the top in this dead air space where Showtime can't get him. 118 to 93 total supply. Showtime is up, trying to boost past this little area where Showtime can access these units. Oh, chasing around. Widowmine does, oh, get blinked past. I has to unload. There's Phoenix chasing. Unloading, trying to get rid of these Stalkers if at all possible. Trying to get rid of the Phoenix on the ground here too. But no, I think Showtime has this thing. The Colossus are so good. 10 kills and 3 kills on those guys. Everybody's dead for Kelazhur. The lift, the kill, the Phoenix, and the Stalkers finishing off everybody else here. It is suddenly 114 to 66 total supply. Widowmines for Kelazhur trying to sneak up and get some stuff done. And you know what? I think they're going to do it. Oh my gosh, no. No Showtime. No! Splash damage gets rid of a Dark Templar, not even targeting it. As it turns out, run bait, bait, bait. Widowmine firing on some sentries. I think their armor saved them though. Not sure if any of them actually died or not. Kelazhur's natural base is back. He is scratching and clawing and scraping his way, trying to win this thing. He's down 103 to 63 supply though, which is not good. Showtime replanting his third base, not bothering to replant his natural, which I guess based on the mineral count makes a little bit of sense, but I don't know if I agree. Don't know if I agree with that. Going for the third base instead. But yeah, this army for Showtime is not huge. It's Stalkers, it's Colossus, it's Sentries. But they have upgrades. They've got the +2/+2, which is really, really nice. +2/+2 now done for Kelazhur. And he's got Liberators too. So that Stalker count is currently 5, which maybe doesn't seem like enough. 50,000 resources lost for Showtime compared to 13,000 for Kelazhur thus far. And we just kind of slip back in to a bit of a quiet period in this game. Liberator flying on down this bottom section of the map, trying to sneak on up and get some more damage done to Showtime. And Kelazhur long distance mining from his third base. He wants to replace it. He has enough minerals for it. But does he dare go for it? Because here comes Showtime with these Colossus, which aren't exactly well supported. Again, 5 Stalkers. 4 sentries is a lot of sentries, especially if they have full energy, which actually some of them do, some of them don't. Liberators, once again, a major problem. On the other side, too. On defense problem, offense problem. Liberator has shut down this third base for Showtime. Coming up this ramp is Showtime. These Colossus are such problems right now. Liberator's trying to set up here, and Showtime does not want to be here anymore. Get me away from this boulder. Kelazhur's third base, about 50% complete. Third base by Showtime, not doing anything. Anything at all. DT's joining the party for Showtime. Is he trying to sneak them on in? Stalkers blinking back. Again, coming into the circle is not good. Carelessly losing a medevac there. Terrible. Terrible stuff. Trying to repair the Liberator. No, Liberator does end up falling, but took a couple Stalkers with it, which is bad. This third base, I think, is just gone. Trying to stem forward. Force field's too good. 4 Colossus, too good. Cancels the third, not looking good for Kelazhur here. 13 kills, 9 kills, 7 kills, 5 kills on these Colossus. And Kelazhur's going for the base raise. I can't hold this, he says. Can't do it. This army's too big and strong. I'm going to head on out with my medevacs and see what damage I can do on the other side of the map here. Perhaps force a base race with Showtime. Landing at this 4th base location. And that's it. Kelazhur taps out with a good game. Well played at 19 minutes. And 5 seconds, and Showtime wins it, splits it with Kelazhur. Kelazhur winning the first 3 games and then losing the last 2, but very good games. Nevertheless, what a finisher. Ridiculous from both of these players. 15,000 resources lost for Showtime compared to 16 for Kelazhur. Very close. Very close indeed. Admirable effort. Is that a probe? I think that's a probe flying up. Hello, probe. Yeah, that is what that is. That's great. Whoa, that doesn't really center, does it? Not when it's in the air. All right. Anyway, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with a Kelazhur compilation upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.